manage this session is manage your stress, because we talk about how, when we are looking for a job, it is stressful. Like the Susan, the other volunteer said that looking for a job is a job itself, because you're here, you need to concentrate and put your mind and body in. And looking that can be stressful. I don't know about Andrew sure yet, but we know for example Judy and Susanna who were here, they talk about what they were doing to find a job. They were moving. Susanna, who is not here today, she moved from Washington D.C. Now she was trying to start here, connecting with people that make her a little stressful because she didn't find the right people like you and myself. Who I moved here a year ago, and Judy also was trying to go back to a career that she was looking for. And I assume that you are in the same situation. I don't know if you have a job or not, but looking for a job then, yes, that can be a little stressful, definitely. It's what Lorraine is here trying to help us to see what activities or things we can do to just to try to keep it less stressful.
Less of stress.
Yes, thank you.
Less of stress.
Yes.
Can I have one of those worksheets with the follow along notes? Not that I'm going to stick to it,
Yes.
but just actually, I was really shocked last time I did. Anyway, my name is Lorraine Pursell. I'm a global empowerment teacher. I work with women and men all over the world. Basically, all of my work comes from my own ass kicking. Just, pulling myself out. I come from very, 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 very deep low self-esteem roots. And I don't really want to go into that, but just trust me when I tell you that in my 23 years of practicing as a counselor and a empowerment coach, I hate titles. It's just leaving me. So with my 23 years, I've never known anybody with as low self-esteem as I have. Okay. If, as we're talking, I'm not saying this to be self-aggrandizing, but just getting this out of the way, if you see anything in me that is like, oh, I like that about her, I like her confidence, I like this and that, all you're seeing, oh, I'm getting chills just from saying this, all you're seeing is something in you. All right? I'm only a mirror of your greatness. And I feel like I want to cry right now. Because I wish somebody had said that to me way back in the beginning. Because we compare ourselves. Oh, if only, if only, if only. But the truth is, whatever you might see in me is in you. I'm only a mirror. All right? So I'm not on any kind of pedestal. I just said yes whenever something fun and exciting came along. And thank you, Paulina, by the way, for that introduction. Let's just take a breath together. It's okay. Deep breath, let it go. And another deep breath. And if you can imagine like a cord or a root going down from your feet into the center of the earth as you take an in-breath, just go ahead and let that happen. If you can't imagine that, it's really okay. Just feel the connection and the solidness of earth underneath you, and that just feel that safety and that connection. That depth and that solidness. And that's all here for you. Connect to everything that's there to support you. And then come all the way back to yourself again. So what we just did was a huge stress taming tool. huge stress taming tool. And that's what I actually titled this video, Taming Stress. Because I actually had a bout with it this last week. I was panicked on Monday. Oh my God, hurricane. And then in the middle of the week, when I was just in this beatific, beautiful place, I got a panic attack. And what I'm going to share with you is how I got out of it. And I think it's nice to know that someone who might be, titled an expert still has crap happen, right? It's like, what kind of person would you want if they just, textbooks? Like, no, my stuff comes from my real life and how I slog through it and figure out how to elevate and elevate and elevate. So that we just did was the biggest first step, just to feel your connection to Mother Earth. It's really there. I personify her. And I use that as well as my higher self, Jesus, God, Source, whatever that is for you, Buddha. It's whatever that is, whatever you can do to take comfort. That's what I want to encourage you to do and invite you to do, and actually give you permission to do. Not that you need permission from me, but sometimes it helps because you're like going, sometimes you feel so lost that you just go, oh, listen to myself. I don't know. Is it valid for me to listen to myself? So if you're ever between that rock and a hard place, you say, well, that lady, she said to do that. And then there are some days where you just can't boot it. You can put on a happy movie. You can go for 5 brisk walks. That's what I do sometimes. Anything to get the energy off of me. Take a shower, take a bath, Epsom salts bath. Some days, do you guys know those days? You just can't shake it. It helps to just choose differently. If I were feeling great, what would I be doing right now? But sometimes there are just those days where you just have to write them out. Tomorrow will be a better day. Take a nap. But taming stress. Here's the thing. It's going to be our constant companion. For someone to say they're never stressed, I'm not going to say they're lying, because maybe they've found something out that I don't know. That would be great. I'd like to connect with them and learn their secrets. I think that as you become more and more and more aligned to yourself and your purpose, the stress does dissipate a little bit as you just keep going through the fire, going through the fire, going through the fire of not worrying what other people think about you, but keep aligning to your purpose. Keep aligning to your purpose. And here's the key to aligning with your purpose is you just keep doing what sounds like fun. Because our soul's purpose isn't, it's that hard thing we have to do. I know God gave me this thing I have to do. It's like, no, it's something really fun that lights you up. That's your soul's purpose. So as we step further and further and further into that stream of our soul's purpose, a lot falls away because we have to kind of get rid of people, places, and things that are a drag on that. And it becomes okay. I'm not saying leave your partner. I'm not saying divorce your friends, but they belong in a different category because you've got a bigger purpose to live. And for your situations, getting a job, it's all good. You don't have to have a job in your soul's purpose. it can be a support adjunct to that thing. A means to an end, a vehicle, financial support so that you can relax and be in your soul's purpose. A lot of women, their soul's purpose is their family. And what I recommend is that for all of us, we get out from behind the thing that we're hiding behind. I used to hide behind my family. I used to hide behind my husband. I used to hide behind my big house. I used to hide behind being a mom. And I lost a lot of time. Not that I can totally regain it. But my invitation is for women to do that scary thing that is the desire of their heart, and stop hiding behind being impressive, looking a certain way, acting a certain way, having a certain image, roles, hiding behind roles. What is that thing that's truly authentically you? And stepping into that, even as we raise our families, as we do our work, as we do whatever it is that life is calling us to do. Still being our authentic self. And it doesn't mean you have to blab it to everybody. It just means that in yourself, you know, this is where I stand. This is what I stand for. This is what I stand against. And sometimes it's not worth it to discuss it with other people because of the flack you're going to get. But as long as you know in you, it's all good. So that you're not compromising your soul and compromising your soul's purpose. And the way you know if you're compromising your soul's purpose are lack of time, lack of inspiration, lack of feeling an overwhelm, or lack of money, lack of abundance, I should say. So when we find ourselves getting off in these little, like I call them eddies or cul-de-sacs, kind of off here on the side, we've toned down our soul's desire, our soul's requirement. We've said no to ourselves. And remember how I said I kept going bigger and bigger and bigger as I said yes. I said yes to the things that sounded fun. When we say no to ourselves and the things that sound fun, it means we feel like we don't deserve it and we're not worthy. And as you're going forward in this new chapter of your life, my invitation is to take your soul with you. And yes, I am worthy. Yes, I do deserve. By the way, if you have any questions, by all means, just interrupt me. Questions or comments or, anything like that. And
you did say lack of time, money, and inspiration.
Abundance. Yeah. So when we feel ourselves getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, right? That's how I was last week. We're infinite. We are. We're infinite beings. We live in an ever-expanding universe. There's no edge to the universe. It keeps going on and on and on and on. 100 million light years, you never get to the edge. If we got there right now, it's still expanding. It would still be, that's where we live. We are infinite. So when we feel ourselves go, it's like, oh, on the wrong track, let's jump tracks. How can I expand? How can I walk in love and not fear? When we're in fear, that's when we contract. When we're in fear, that's when we have that panic, that stress, and we pull back. So what can you do in those times where you can just kind of go, expand? What would sound fun right now? Oh, the only thing I know now is to go for a walk. Okay, now while I'm walking, I get the picture to go take a shower. Okay, so when I get back, the next step will be the shower. And it's just like step by step by step by step by step. That's how I managed today. Got up, I need to do this action, and then I need to do after that, and then I need to do this action, and then I saw myself doing this action, and then that, and then so I just, you know what, our soul will guide us. Our soul will guide us every step. If we're listening and if we say yes to it. I was just probably a week ago, I asked my coach how to, what was the question? How to open my soul or how to hear my soul. Just a week ago, I was feeling like I wasn't hearing my soul. And since then, I've been just taking action, and I've just been following the inspiration. And when the little, I call it the shitty committee in our head goes, no, you're not, he's gonna, you know that thing? The itty bitty shitty committee. When that thing starts going off, just say, just kind of go, what are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to communicate to me right now? And it's fear, trying to keep us small, keep us in our safe little place, keep us in our little bubble, what I call slave girl, instead of the expanded queen, slave girl, right? Cinderella with the scrub brush. That's a comfortable place for a lot of us. That's a comfortable place for me. I keep finding myself going off over there. But I just kept listening and doing what my inspiration was. And the first couple of days, it was like, I just got to do this. I just got to do this. I just got to take action. Well, now, 8 days later, maybe a little bit longer, I'm so in love with my soul now. I mean, we're buds again. I'm listening, I'm responding to everything it's telling me to do, and it's following the inspiration, following the inspiration, following the inspiration. The inspiration is your key. And sometimes you can't even seem to catch a whiff of it. Like, where is it? It's like, ooh, all the oxygen left. Just what would be the next least sucky thing to do? What's the next least of all the sucky things that are out in front of me to do? What would be the least one? What's the least sucky thing to do? And just do that. I don't know if any of you have struggled with depression. It was my lifelong companion. So 5 years ago, I got a word came through this ear, through that corner of a room, and said, expression is the opposite of depression. Expression is the opposite of depression. And so now whenever I'm in that stuck place, what do I need to express? Because when we have a lifetime of saying no to ourselves, and fear that we're going to be judged, and we want to like get on the stage and sing and dance, or whatever it is, every time we say no to ourselves, we are literally putting a nail in our coffin. Literally. This is when women, especially women, but men too, lose their light. They lose their light when we say no to ourselves. When we say no to our expression. If you can just imagine yourself as the little 6-year-old girl again. What did she want to do? How was she twirling in her ballerina tutu with her little magic wand? It's that. When we get into stress, we have burdened ourselves with all these adult things. And yes, they exist. And if we would just step back and take a break from it and trust that the universe, God, whatever, has us in its hands, because literally it does. Everything does always work out for you, right? Always does. And just say, everything always works out for me, everything always works out for me, everything always works out for me, everything always works out for me. If we can just grab a hold of that and just rest, take our mind from that drilling down of, I'm not enough, I see myself on the streets. No, I'm not going to be on the streets. I'm going to be good. Everything always works out for me. And just take a break from that incessant drive. It's like, oh my God, 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 oh my God. That's that stress drilling down on us. When you start to feel that, you know you need to go in the other direction. Because there's only so much adult stuff that you can get into that is even a remedy to that. So look at your array of things that are available for you to do. What's the least sucky one? Do it. If you feel inspired, great, do it. But if you don't feel an inspiration, just the least sucky path. And just keep going. And it takes courage. It takes courage, because we will be in constant stress until we believe in ourselves. We will be in constant stress until we believe in ourselves. To win, not to place or to show, but to win, like in a horse race. And then even then, we're stressed. Because then we have to worry about, is so-and-so going to judge me? What are they going to think? And that's the edge that we travel all the time. As we're walking fully, owning our worth, owning that we deserve to be happy, no matter what our situation. Do you guys have any questions or comments right now? Just want to pause for a minute.
An affirmation that I say when everything's going to be okay. It already is. It's already. Everything's already.
Everything's already okay. Very beautiful.
Everything. Everything. I don't judge good and bad.
Yes.
All for my good. All of it.
Yes.
If I don't know, if I don't say that word life, I don't life myself into a box. Here's whether I like something or not. Just a lot of the times, you know what I mean? It's just what I hear more of is, I don't like this, I don't like that. And it's kind of like, don't like myself into a box.
That's what your mind says. I don't like this, I don't like that. So you turn it around.
Completely. It's like, then it's, don't like myself into a box, I don't complain about nothing. Complaining breeds more complaining.
Complaining is poison.
And complaining because it didn't hit us. Think about that.
Yes, yes,
that
yes.
Irritates me.
Yeah.
Like, that will be like, really? Are you? How about answered prayer?
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
Kind of that.
Yes.
But for myself, it's whatever I might think something is bad for me, or a bad situation like losing my job. It's not. It's a breakthrough, not a breakdown.
I love it. Life is happening for us and not to us. It's
and
so
I choose
powerful.
That. I choose that.
Yes.
I have to consciously choose that. I chose that. I have to choose it if there's any doubt.
Yes.
So I've had just a couple of those moments.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, but I choose.
Yes.
When I look back, I'm old enough to know, and I've experienced enough to know that one of the most devastating things that have happened in my life, where God showed up, and I see it, so I can trust that.
So powerful.
The hard part is trust it for me too. You know, wow. You know, because I also do the depression and stuff like that, and that I'm not enough and not lovable and all those things. So, you know, so I don't want to recreate that in relationships anymore. The last year and a half, it's like even recently, just I don't. If this one's putting me down, I'm done.
Yes.
Okay. Stop trying to control me. Block you on my phone.
Yes.
You know, I'm not doing it.
Yes.
I'm not playing that game. And it may mean that these relationships, these unhealthy ones, they're not the relationships right now, but as they are, they need to end.
Yes.
Because if there's going to be a new relationship, it has to be a new one, not that.
And
that one can't be fixed.
And each time, it's what I noticed, each relationship, I chose a little bit better and a little bit and a little bit better, a little bit, and that's the progress we make, and just congratulating ourselves for that progress.
And something else, when you said it, I have done, I have been taught a long time ago, if I don't like something in somebody, let me go sit next to them until I find out what it is I don't like in me. But I hadn't heard it of the positive side. If I like something in somebody, then that's also my mirror. Yeah. And I use people as my mirrors, but I've done it on more of the negative, like, because sometimes it's like somebody doesn't like children, and it's like you sit next to them long enough, you find out why. Because they'll tell you they lost children they couldn't have, or they were whatever, million reasons. So it's not to judge. How quickly we judge. It starts off with discernment, it comes into judgment.
I've been really practicing that too, and I start to feel like a little bit of resentment, or my brain will start going, well, and I'm like, wait, release all judgment on that person. Pardon me. And just they're doing their best, and just hold them in that place of love versus But it's such a habit. The mind just does that until it learns that we're just not going to play with it there anymore. Why is my voice doing it? It never does this. This is weird.
And if I'm criticizing myself, that's why I'm criticizing you, because I'm working hard on it. So how about try to learn some self-love, which is not so easy.
Yeah, that's the big crust. Actually, that's my whole platform is self-love. I'm going to invite you guys to get my free ebook, 3 Keys and 13 Tools to Self-Love. That's where I started 5 years ago. That's where I came out of depression, and where I started becoming a spokesperson around the world for let's put you first. Let's put you first. Let's put you first. Because until you do, everything else is just a half-lived life. You are not a mother. You are not an employee. You are not a wife. You are not a girlfriend. You are not a daughter. You're not even a woman. You're a being with a soul that has a purpose. These roles are what we need to continually shed and just be aligned with that soul, which will guide us every step along the way. And then as we put that first, the other things fall into place. But until we put that first, nothing falls into place. Nothing.
Ourselves in the last one. I see myself.
Why? Yeah.
My family, my son, the food, the house, the clean, the job. And myself is like, please, 5 minutes. If I can. Yeah. Sometimes I see myself that, and sometimes like, I will take the break, period. I don't care. See people at your time in the house and be.
Yes.
It's interesting how sometimes I see myself in the back. Maybe I have panics, I will do. Yeah. Because when you want to continue serving, helping.
And they can do it themselves. I'm sorry. And the reason we do that is guilt and fear again. And what will people think? Will I lose their love? Maybe. What happened for me when I finally stood up was I gained my son's respect. Left my ex-husband, gained my son's respect. I still have his respect.
Yeah, but imagine thinking about doing that. Yeah, I just this is a thing I don't see. They will judge you, you are a single life. How you are going to do all this thousand
all the judgments. Yes. And that's what holds us back. That's what makes us say no to ourselves. That's what keeps us out of our soul's purpose. What will people think? We just have to learn to back ourselves at some point. Just to back ourselves 100% at some point. And that's when, it's like a different level of stress, but it's more like, you know what? I'm just going to keep saying yes. And then the opportunities come, the answers come, the ideas come. And as we keep saying yes to ourselves and not saying no, it just starts unfolding until we start betraying ourselves again and not putting ourselves first again. And when I'm putting myself first, putting my soul's desires first, I'm on fire. Do you know what I mean by on fire? I'm just so lit up. I can't keep my mouth shut. And I was thinking on the way over here, this is what lights me up, is getting on camera. When I get on camera, I just, okay. Or when I get to speak. So thanks for the email, yesterday, Paulina.
Last weekend, we canceled. Yes, and
so the things that light you up are your soul's purpose. So just take a minute right now. Think about what lights you up. What situations are you in? Maybe it's listening to live music. Maybe it's playing an instrument. Maybe it's painting. Maybe it's being with children. Maybe it's walking with your feet in the grass at the park. Maybe it's getting in water. Maybe it's cooking. Maybe it's shopping. Maybe it's driving. Maybe it's feeling the sand. Maybe it's listening to the ocean. What lights you up? See, I love presenting because I remind myself of all of this stuff. If I'm quiet for a while, I forget. But you get me in front of some people and I remember who I am. So what I'm talking to you about is remembering who you are. Remember who you are, an infinite being in an infinite universe. Whatever your religious beliefs are, this is truth. You are an infinite being in an infinite universe, or at least we're in an infinite universe. I think some people don't believe we're infinite beings. I think there are some people that don't believe that. But you can't deny that we're in an infinite universe that keeps expanding. So why wouldn't you have access to that? The infiniteness and how much we talk ourselves out of it. No, I can't do that. No, I'm not good enough for that. No, not me. That's good for her, but not me. BS. With all the love in the world, BS. What are the things that light you up? Go ahead and just write them down. Make your little list. The things that light you up. The things that you can go to when you're starting to feel that stress come on. What can you do? Is there a book you like to read? Is there a video you like to watch? My latest go-to is carpool karaoke. That always gets me happy. Sure. So you have your go-to list. I call it my arsenal. This is what I teach my women all over the world. Have your arsenal, your tools. Like you've got your sayings. Everything's okay. Everything's okay. Everything always works out. You have your go-to list, and you have that thing handy. Because sometimes until we're used to hearing that voice and identifying that voice in our head, it'll just like, all of a sudden it'll be bigger than us and pounce on us, right? So have your list, your arsenal, your tools. And if we stay connected, I have lots of tools. And that's all what I'm all about, is giving you tools and then practicing the tools. So have your arsenal, your go-to list of things that you run to. I literally run to my list because I don't want to go back there again. No. I haven't met.
Do you know you have Andy McDowell's smile?
No. Oh, I think she's so great.
Yeah, you've got her smile. Do you know Andy McDowell, who she is? You do.
Oh my God.
Smile, and that's who I. Well, not I see you, but I.
Yeah.
See, and I love her.
Oh, me too.
I have to tell
Me
you,
too. Thank you. I admire her so much for her smile.
Great smile.
Oh God, yeah. Is it the curly hair too?
I don't know. The smile
Just
is
the smile?
like very soft and fun and inviting. And
Aww.
warm, so it's a nice smile.
I'm glad I got that on tape. Yay. That's so neat.
Now you got to look at her smile.
I know. Now I'm going to go and watch Green Card. Yay. Thank you so much for that. I totally received that. Wow. What a mirror of what I was just talking about. I admire her, and there was something in her that was in me. Huh? I received that. Yay. Yes. Thank you for sharing.
Do you see it in there?
Seriously? Oh, that's awesome. So awesome. Yay. Yay. I just was told I have Andy McDowell's smile. Thank you.
Check that out.
So I'm just going to dip into this list here. Let's do this little activity. I don't really want to go into, where you feel it in your body when you have stress. But to get out of it, here's what we do. We're going to do this together because I don't want anything that I share or teach or talk about to just be, oh, that's nice. I'll never do it. Sounds like a good idea, but now I get to beat myself up because I don't do it, even though that nice lady showed me those things, but I'm not doing it. So we're going to actually do it. So it's in your body on a visceral kinesthetic level. And so you've done it once, you can do it again. All right? I actually learned this from Tony Robbins. So when you feel that panic coming on, when you feel that stress coming on, when you feel that thing just like, it's like a monster, right? The black cloud. Like, oh my God, am I going to be able to make this? We're going to breathe in for 4 counts. We're going to hold for 5, and then we're going to let out for 6. Actually, he does 5, 6, 7. We'll just see how it goes. I sometimes lose count, but you'll get the idea. So you do that 10 times, and at the end of that, you're done. That thing's what?
That's how I fall asleep.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Lose it. In 4, hold 7 or 9, and out 7 or 9.
Something like that.
And then I'm able to sleep.
Yeah, I think
So if I fall asleep.
And it's concentrating on all of those numbers. But anyway.
exactly. And instead of thinking before bed, sometimes you are thinking, counting is that ideas are away that doesn't really sleep sometimes.
We forget to breathe.
Yes.
Oh, we do.
We do it automatically because we're so alive, but you forget
Barely, though, sometimes.
to breathe.
So we're just going to do this together, okay? So we're going to go ahead and close our eyes. This is what I want to invite you to do when you're feeling this. In for 4. Hold for 5. Out for 6. In for 4. Hold for 5. Out for 6. In for 4. Hold for 5. Out for 6. In for 4. Hold for 5. Out for 6. In for 4. Hold for 5. Out for 6. In for 4. Hold for 5. Out for 6. In for 4. Hold for 5. Out for 6. In for 4. Hold for 5. Out for 6. And in for 4. Hold for 5. And out for 6. Thank God. And remember who you are. You must believe in yourself. To win, not to place or to show. We're really all we've got. Our most abusive relationship is with ourselves. Knock it off. Knock it off. To win, not to place or to show, but to win, to have our own backs. I hope this has been helpful.
And you do have more about Amy McDowell.
Oh my God, now I'm just feeling, now I'm really loving myself. Yeah, Paulina.
She's amazing. I don't know you, but I bet you are, because I get that impression. You're amazing.
Is those sheets, are they the other sheet?
The feedback form.
Yeah, they
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you guys would fill those out for me, and I want them before I leave. Let's see. Is that the one? Yeah, I think that's the one. And I'm all out of cards in my purse. So sorry. Oh, okay.
They can check it online or email them.
Yeah. So here's.
fried chicken left also.
Yeah, they went the other direction. They went to Florida.
Yeah, that was a good spot because I thought it was nice. It was good.
It's like everyone got away for a vacation, a reset.
Yeah.
I know there were a couple areas that got hit though, but
Yeah,
not here.
If you have no road and just
Yes.
what are you gonna ask? You went shopping and walking as well?
No, I actually stayed in this gorgeous property from former clients, and it was up in the mountains outside of Asheville. So I just stayed on the mountain for a whole week. It was. It was. It was. Got a little lonely toward the end
Yes.
because I was all by myself, but it was just gorgeous. Yes. Hmm. Well, now that I've been through one hurricane, well, I haven't been through one. This was just the first warning. I'm like, okay, I need to get gas cans. I need to, few things. Now I know.
I actually last July, and we have the storm coming in September.
Oh, okay.
The one that went in September.
Oh,
Yeah, we have a plan. But was not with the storm free.
yeah.
He was there. And Julie, I have a question for you about next session. This coming Tuesday is session 4. And the question is, do you want to continue next week, completing the sessions 5 next Tuesday and 6 next Thursday, or are you busy already for next week?
Or what? What was the last one?
Busy, or you can come next week because you have another. I know that.
I'm available next week, but I was gonna ask you this, a friend of mine just died, so
Oh,
there's
yeah.
services Thursday morning.
Okay.
And I already said I couldn't come because of this, because this is
Yes.
my commitment.
Yes.
Are you saying that I would not have to come on Thursday, I could pick that up another time, or
We can do that, or we can finish the session Tuesday and have
Thursday
the
and Tuesday?
resume review and yes, we can do two things. The person